Okay, so now the run's starting. The first kingdom is called Cap Kingdom because all the people that live in it are hats. Okay, so right now he's rolling a bit. Okay, so now the run's starting. He skipped the first cutscene. That was like 5 seconds ago, though. At least for me. But that was a nice switch grab. We're gonna be skipping a lot of cutscenes in this run. Because there are a lot of cutscenes in this run. But luckily they can be skipped. PogChamp. Okay, so now he's... Oh, missed the cutscene skip there. That happens sometimes. So now he's in the frog form. He's gonna be doing some vectoring spin jumps there to gain a bit of extra distance. Basically, vectoring is going forward at a slight angle, so you gain a bit more distance in the air. Oh, now he's gonna be attempting the triple jump here. This is pretty difficult. Oh, he actually did that up throw there. That was pretty cool. But he got it, so saved like 3 seconds, I think. Not sure. Now he's gonna be fighting the first brutal boss, which is Topper. He has 3 green hats. Oh, he's dead. That was fun. So that's the first kingdom, Cap Kingdom. It's very short. It's the second shortest kingdom, I think, only behind Cloud Kingdom. And it's one of 2 kingdoms where you don't get any moons, which is also Cloud Kingdom, is the second one. So now we're going to be heading into Cascade Kingdom, which is the second kingdom in the game. You collect 5 moons here, skipping a few cutscenes, of course, to start it out. Cascade Kingdom is based on a prehistoric landscape. Obviously, you can tell by the fossils. Oh, he's actually playing on version 1.0, so he's going to be doing first moon skip, which I believe saves 20 seconds. But if you mess it up, it could save even less time. It's a pretty hard trick with the weird angles of the rock. But it's a cool trick to show off because it's fairly new. I mean, it's not really new, but it's only been allowed since yesterday, or 2 days ago with the new update. He's messing it up a bit here, but as you can see, it is pretty difficult. And there's the moon inside the block. Normally you would break it with the chain chomp on any other version. You can do it on any version, but the boss will not spawn. Okay, so now he's fighting the boss. He got the first moon skip a while ago, and then he did Dino skip. But I had to mute my mic for a minute. We just beat the boss. The boss is actually relatively difficult with the strat that he did there. It's not too hard once you get it down, but it can be hard to learn. So now he's grabbing the first multi-moon, which counts as 3 moons. So it'll bring his moon total up to 4 out of 5. So he'll need to get 1 more moon before he can go to the next kingdom, which will be a moon on the cliff. After he talks to Cappy, I think. Well, I don't know if you actually have to talk to Cappy, but I think you do. I've never actually seen a run with the first moon skip. Okay, you still have to talk to him. So he's just gonna tell you that there's the globe there, that you can't read it because it's in Japanese. Unless you're Japanese, then you can read it. It's pretty nice moving over to the moon. So now he's gonna be... Oh yeah, he also has to grab this chest moon. So now his moon total's at 4, since he skipped the first moon. Chest moon is the moon that you'd get if you actually skip the first moon. Although most people do not skip the first moon, because it is only on version 1.0. So we finished powering up the Odyssey. So he's now going to be going to Sand Kingdom, which is the first big kingdom in the game. Has 16 moons that you need to collect, out of, I believe, 69 that you can get before you open up the moon rock in post-game. We won't be seeing the moon rocks, since those are only after you beat the game. And the run ends, like, right as you beat the game. So he's going to skip a few more cutscenes. I believe it's 5 in order to get to this kingdom, along with some text with Cappy. And there's going to be 5 cutscene skips on most kingdoms, I believe. Now he's going to be doing a dive onto the fountain. Oh, actually grabbed a lamppost there, but still managed to get it. So now he's going in the pipe to get the second moon, which is in a little spot on the floor there. Normally you'd use Rumble to get that moon, but since we already know where it is, we don't have to do that. And now, of course, he's rolling to the third moon, which actually has no indication of where it is, just like the Rumble under the pipe or whatever it's called, moon. But it's just on top of a hill. It's a pretty annoying moon, because sometimes you just don't know where it is. Now he's going to be doing an ice jump. I believe that was the name that it used to be called, but now since it's so easy, no one actually calls it by a name anymore. I believe he's going to be doing some bullet bill manipulation by going out to the side here and then breaking the box as fast as he can so the bullet bill doesn't actually die. It saves like 10 seconds, I think. Not really sure. We'll see if he gets it. I broke the box pretty fast. I think that might work. It looks like he does. So now he's going to be actually grabbing the bullet bill, which is why this saves time, because if you miss it, then you'll have to wait for the next bullet bill to actually shoot out of the blaster. Which, for some reason, those bullet bills take like 17 million years to shoot again. So now he's grabbing the Luncheon Kingdom, and then he's going to be going to grab a nice spot in the luggage. He's also going to be killing a sheep. That's just because the sheep is by the luggage. Poor sheep. Now he's going to be going over to Sphinx. I don't think he's going to be doing Sphinx Clip, but I don't really know.
Yes.
Wait, he is going for Sphinx Clip.
Yeah.
Shame. One of the hardest tricks in the game, but he gets it first try. Actually, the hardest trick in any percent. Since he is playing on 1.0, it is possible. I believe it got patched in 1.2 though. Unlike most other clips, which were just made harder, Sphinx Clip was actually patched. Well, it might not be patched, but no one's been able to get it, so it probably is. So now that he grabbed both of those moons, he actually doesn't need to get the under the sand moon here when he goes over to get these last moons. So he's back into the ruins section of Sand Kingdom, and he's going to be grabbing the bullet bill to break this block. And then he's going to be doing a trick called Jaxie Skip, which can be hard when you first attempt it, but it's not too hard once you do it a few times. Most people use a method here where they jump out of the bullet bill, which I believe is slightly faster, but just crashing into the ruins is a bit easier, since you don't have to time it. So he got Jaxi skip, he got the chest to give him 50 extra coins, and he got the moon. So now he has like 175 coins. So he's gonna need to get 25 more coins before Snow King can buy. You buy 2 moons in this run, one in Wooded Kingdom and one in Snow Kingdom. So you need to get 200 coins total. You get most of them here in Sand with the Sphinx Room, which has, I believe, 280 coins. And now he's killing the bird here and then ground pounding on this hill. Missed it a few times, but not a big deal. Now he's going to be warping back to the Odyssey to deposit all 16 of his moons. And then he's going to be skipping some more cutscenes and talking to Cappy. Pretty nice Sand Kingdom. He's now going to be entering Lake Kingdom, which is a fairly short kingdom. You only need to get 8 moons in this kingdom, which is not that many compared to some of the longer kingdoms. It's probably like an average size kingdom compared to some of the smaller ones though. And of course he just did a little triple jump there. It's really easy to do. It's one of the easier tricks. Just to skip the tunnel there. It saves actually like a minute to do, even though it doesn't look like it would. But it's very easy, so it's pretty nice. Now it's going to be getting 3 moons underwater with Cheap capture. He's going to be doing little twirls by pressing Y and then B, or B and then Y. Of course, you can also use A and X. Most people use Y and B. And now, after he gets this moon right here, he's going to be jumping out of the water. I don't believe the trick has a name, but it might. The trick is relatively difficult once you start, but it gets really easy after a few tries. So I was going to be fighting the second brutal boss, Rango. Normally would be a fairly long boss, but just using a backflip, you can cheese his attack by knocking him out of his hat very early. Nice Rango fight. Now he's going to be grabbing the second multi-moon that you'll get in the run. Really nice Lake Kingdom. Okay, so he is now entering Wooded Kingdom, which is the second kingdom where you need to get 16 moons. So it's the same length moon-wise as Sand, although It's I believe like 40 or 50 seconds longer because the moons are more spread out. We'll also be getting a multi-moon here, which we did not in Sand, since there are so many moons in Sand you can just grab. And he's going to be going the first moon here, standing at 77 coins, which means he needs 23 more before Snow, as I said before, which is where you buy the other moon. Snow, he's going to be skipping the Sphinx here by doing a triple jump, cap toss. Oh, missed it there, but not a big time loss, only a couple seconds. And now he's going to, a bonk there, but it's also fine. Now he's going to be breaking a nut over here. Just going to be passing over this fire bro. Doesn't even care about him. Oh, that bonk into the nut almost caused him to fall, but looked intentional, so it's pretty cool. Even if it wasn't intentional, though, it was still a nice nut break. As you can see, he grabbed the switch there to open up to the open part of Wooded. He's going to grab the uproot, I believe it's called, and come up here and bonk into another nut to open up a moon. I believe people are jumping down to the sewers now. Yes, he will. Some people opt to go to the red maze first, which I believe is a bit slower, but it can be faster if you're bad at the movement up to the red maze from the pipe. Now, the sewer pipe is a pretty hard section, and a lot of new players definitely struggle on it, myself included, even though I'm not really a new player. It's still a hard part of Wooded. And it's very, very easy to get hit here. But, oh, missed the dive there, but if he had not, that would have been a very clean fuzzy room. Still a relatively decent fuzzy room, even though we got hit twice there. That'll lose, I believe, 2.2 seconds when you grab the room, because it refills your health right here. He's going to be exiting the pipe with a nice spin pound there. This shouldn't be ground pound jumping off the pipe and getting back up to the red maze, which is relatively difficult movement for a newer player, although it can still be hard even after you've played for a while. And now he's going to be grabbing another uproot and entering the red maze. And pushing up the platform, breaking a couple blocks, up to the nut in the red maze. And then he's going to be, I believe, just mounting the uproot before he exits the red maze. Yeah, right there. And then he's going to be doing a nice long jump cap throw there, up to the first story moon in this kingdom, where you need to kill a piranha. So he's going to be killing it, and actually grabbing it right there. Most people I see kill the piranha and then go get another moon off to the side there, but he's opting to get that later, after the cutscene here. I believe that might be a possibly easier setup for to get enough speed to do the triple jump here, although I'm not really sure. Nice movement over here. He's going to be doing a ground pound. Oh no, not a ground pound, but he's going to be breaking it with a cap. He's going to be rolling off the side here, and then going over to I believe do a triple jump here. Yes, he will be doing a triple jump. Triple jump is somewhat difficult. Now he's going to be doing another triple jump up to another nut. I believe the fourth nut in this kingdom. There are a lot of nuts, which allow for fast moon grabbing. Now he's going to be entering the red tower here, using a nice triple jump there, using a cap throw for safety so he does not fall down and actually die there. Now he's going to be grabbing another uproot and climbing up the tower, getting another fifth nut and a moon a bit above the middle section here. He's going to be stretching out of the side of the alcove there, and then stretching up to get that moon, which is actually called stretching your legs. Very interesting. Now he's going to be getting up to the third brutal fight you do here, Spewart. He's going to be spitting his purple slime, but you don't even get to see it because you can just cheese the boss by hitting his cap off with a cap throw and then jumping on him. Oh, actually gets hit there, so oh no, we still did not see any poison there. There's a bit of poison around him. Oh, doing the backflip shot there looks pretty nice. Not too much faster, but does look cool. So he defeats the third brutal fight here, and then we'll be closing out a relatively nice footage. a nice cap roll into the multi-moon. He's now going to be entering the Nimbus Arena of Cloud Kingdom. This is the shortest kingdom in the game. You don't get any moons. He's just going to be fighting Bowser real quick, since Bowser, I believe he didn't knock down the Odyssey. I believe Mario just decided to fly down and fight him, although I'm not really sure. Going for the fast fight strats, which are actually fairly difficult. He's going to be doing this 3 times, since you have to hit Bowser 3 times in this fight. Oh, missed the second one. That'll probably lose about 10 seconds, I believe, unless he chooses to go for it again. Okay, he chooses to play it safe for the second hit in there. And then he's going to have to hit Bowser one more time to close out the Cloud Kingdom, which is just one boss fight. Would have been cool if the Cloud Kingdom was actually like a full kingdom, but I guess there's not really much you can do with just one little arena there. And so he doesn't kill Bowser, but he does knock him out here, and Bowser breaks his shell. Not really, but he should have on the side of the ship. So ends the kingdom, and now Bowser actually knocks down the Odyssey into the Lost Kingdom here, also known as the Forgotten Isle, which is surrounded with poisonous water / lava, whatever you want to call it, that Mario will have to avoid, although it's not that hard. Now he's going to be going for a strat called a tree jump here. He's going to be doing a pretty nice strat there with a cap, throw, jump, whatever. It's like a spin jump, kind of, except not really. He's going to be grabbing his first moon. Lost Kingdom is a very short kingdom, even though you get 10 moons, because of how they're all kind of just on the way. Oh, he actually fell down there and died. I don't think, if he landed on the ground, I think that the bird might have activated, but I'm not sure. So he's going to have to do a tree jump again, but it'll probably lose about 20 or 30 seconds, so it's not really that bad. Gets another nice tree jump, though. That butterfly jump he did right there is actually pretty difficult. He's opting to go for a backflip there to play it a bit safer so he doesn't make the same mistake. So now he's going to be doing a nice cap dive down here to get his third moon, and then he's going to ground pound the other propeller to get his fourth. And of course the tree jump that he did earlier activated a trick called Bird Skip, although it can also be called Klepto Skip. But in order to make the trick complete, you have to activate the bird right here just by walking past him, so he does not catch you on the floor and the other parts, because then he will actually catch Cappy and not allow you to complete the level without getting a mech, which sets you back about a minute. But since he ran over to Klepto and he flew up in the air, that will not happen. Which, as I said, saves 1 minute over actually activating the bird. So you have to kind of play around him at the start before activating him, because all this ground that he's playing on right now is actually a trigger area for the bird, which will in turn activate him. going for the nice spin in midair to activate the spin jump early, which saves a bit of time there. And now I believe he's going to go for a nice death skip here, where he avoids dying. That's a couple months old, but not many people with worse times still don't do it, because it can be hard if you still have your cap out when you grab the moon, then you won't actually get the option to throw it in time to live. It saves about 2 seconds, maybe 3, I believe. So now that he finishes up those 2 kingdoms, the setback by Bowser is over, so we now will be going to Metro Kingdom, which is the longest kingdom in the game, or the biggest kingdom in the game, moon-wise, because you need 20 moons, which is the biggest, only barely ahead of Luncheon Kingdom, which requires 18. So as you can see here, the tower has been plagued by a sort of mechanical bug known as the Mecha Wiggler, where he'll be going for a fight skip. Oh, he actually died there, so we'll set him back a bit, but of course this is a marathon run, so it's not like he's going for an attempt or anything. So as I was saying before, he is going to be going for a fight strat called 2-cycle, where he'll be trying to take down the Mecha Wiggler in only 2 cycles, which I believe saves about 30 seconds. And right here he's going to be going for a jump to skip a big run around all the buildings, and he gets it first try. That jump can be finicky. Sometimes you just don't get enough height, but he gets it without much effort. Now he's going to be getting this, oh, goes out of the girders there. Going to be getting the girder sandwich moon. Then he's going to be jumping back up onto the building, and long jumping up to this next building, where he's going to take a spark pylon to up to the next building, where he's going to be going to the City Hall. City Hall is a fairly difficult section of Metro Kingdom. It requires some tricky looking movement, but it is very cool looking, so that's a plus side there. He gets a fairly good town hall from what I see so far, as long as he gets these last 2 jumps. This jump right there to get up to the chest is pretty easy, although you can still mess it up. And now he's going to be doing a long jump over here to skip a big run around there. Saves about 5 or 6 seconds, I believe, which isn't really that much, but no one really runs around anymore. So now he's entering the Mecha Wiggler fight. He's going to be grabbing the Sherm, I believe it's called here, and taking out the first cycle of the Mecha Wiggler. So now, since he got the first cycle down fast enough, the Wiggler will be manipulated to run into these corners, which will save about 10 seconds, I believe, over just running forward. About 5 seconds each time. He's going to be doing it twice. Actually starts moving a bit late there, but still manages to knock a hit. And now he's going to be doing the 2-cycle right here. He's going to shoot 3 of the energy balls, so they're out of his way, so he doesn't get hit by them. And then he's going to... Well, he actually misses one of them, but I believe that's fine. And now he's going to take out a bunch of the segments of the Wiggler. Ooh, he actually stops pretty early. It's going to be close if he gets this or not. Oh, he barely misses it. Only 1 segment left on the head. So he's going to be closing out a 3-cycle here, but again, that's fine. As I said before, it loses about 30 seconds. Mecha Wiggler can be a stressful part of the run for beginners and veterans alike. So now he's going to be taking out the head segment here to close out his 3-cycle. Although he seems to be running around quite a lot. Can be pretty frustrating there. So he finishes the Mecha Wiggler fight here. The Mecha Wiggler explodes. so we never see him again, although we do see a little segment of him later in the park. So now I'll be grabbing the first multi-moon of Metro. There's actually two, but we only get one of them here in this run, as the second one requires 5 other story moons to get, 4 from band members plus 1 from the Metro sewers, which takes a lot of time to get. So now he's transferring from Night Metro section to the Day Metro section, which has the most moons, although it's only about a minute longer because you don't have to fight that long boss fight. And the moons are very clumped together here. So he's going to be grabbing the first moon here and doing a little, I believe a little skip here where he throws his cap next to the pylon. Oh, actually he misses it there because he could not get into the girder there. But if he did get it, he would have shake the controller right after getting the moon and transfer him to the spark pylon immediately. Now he's going to be doing the RC car here, which can be kind of bad sometimes, although he gets a very nice RC car there. Went a bit slow at the end to make sure that he actually got the right angle to go directly in there. But other than that, a very nice RC car. There is another strat there you can do called scooter clip, where you actually have to like tilt the controller all the way to the left and then tap left at the right time to clip into the little cage. Although it is pretty hard to do. Now he's going to be getting the bench friends moon, just talking to this guy, cheering him up, making his day, and then moving on. He's going to be grabbing a little, whatever those are called, little skinny stick things. They make Mario run very fast though if you flick off of them, so it's nice. And now he's grabbing the second moon in the girder there, and then warping up to where he grabbed the checkpoint after the town hall in Night Metro. And now he's going to be getting a few moons here, starting with a nice spin pound, starting with this trash moon right here. He's going to be grabbing it. I believe he's going to be doing a blind dive, although I'm not sure. Oh no, he's going to be turning around the camera now for a nice safety strat there. Just diving can be pretty difficult there. So now he's going to be grabbing this spark pylon, going up to the top of the tower, the very highest point in Metro, and getting doing stickless strats there. Very nice. And now he's going up to the very tippy top of the City Hall building. And then he's going to be diving off to this pool right above the moon. This moon right above the pool. And then he's going to be going for a ground pound here, trying to get the moon right away. And he does uncover the moon right away. Misses the ground pound jump to grab it, but does another one. So didn't lose much time. Oh, tried to bounce off the guy there, but actually missed it there. So now he's going to be entering this little place. I don't really know what it's called, but there's a lot of people, and we're just going to be rolling off to the side here so that we don't bump into all of them. Oh, a couple of them actually stop him for a moment, but of course he's fine, since you have a big window to get that moon. It's pretty rare to miss it, unless you really get stuck for a while. And now he's grabbing that moon right there, doing a little ground pound spin, ground pound roll there to gain instant speed. Well, I believe he wanted to do a dive, although he missed the Y input. Now he's going to be talking to Pauline. She's going to say, oh, find me some band members. So we're going to find 2. We're not going to find 4, because these 2 are, well, obviously this one's right next to her, so this one's pretty fast. And then we're going to be heading to the park, smashing one of the Wiggler pieces, even though it was already dead, just adding insult to injury. And then we're going to be talking to, I believe, the bassist, although I'm not really sure. There is a drummer, a bassist, and I don't remember the other 2 instruments actually, but I know there's one of them in like the main park section, where this one's on like an island park, and then there's one on top of a building. I believe that's a saxophone player. So he is actually, this might be a guitar, but it could also be a bass. I don't really know my instruments. So he finishes off with 20 moons here. And he's going to be heading to Snow Kingdom next. Or else I believe he is. If he didn't get enough coins, then I think he's still going to go to Snow, because he definitely had enough coins, or at least close to 100. But if you actually have like a 60 or 70 there, then you're going to want to go to Seaside instead. Loses about half a second, I believe, on the menuing, but you're going to get like 40 coins in Seaside in a little secret pathway in order to have enough to buy the Snow Kingdom moon. Although he had enough, so I think he's going to be going to Snow Kingdom here. Yeah, he is. In order to get 10 more moons. There's 10 moons in Snow and Seaside, although Seaside is about a minute shorter, I believe. Actually, maybe closer to a minute and a half, since a lot of the moons in Snow are pretty slow, since not many of them are open until you get the story moon here. We're just going to be getting one out here in the blizzard. We're going to be getting a Captain Toad moon, which is a bit in the distance. Originally, you would get like more in the rooms, but that was a long time ago, back in the dark ages of Odyssey routes. So now we talk to Captain Toad, give him some company, take away the moon, which was probably heated. So now he's even colder, probably dying from hypothermia, but that's fine. We don't really care about him, we just want his moon. Now we're going to be going into the town of Shiveria, where all the nice little snowball walrus people live. Startling them a bit, but they'll be fine. They'll only suffer slight heart problems. Now he's going to be getting a moon here. Actually bonks a couple times, but only losing about 5 seconds from that. So now he's going to be, I believe, buying a moon from the shop. Yeah, he'll be buying a moon from the shop right here, which is what those... Oh, actually only has 93 coins to buy the moon. So he won't be able to buy the moon, actually. So I believe he'll have to get 7 more coins and then come back to here later, or get another moon. So that is a slight setback. Probably lose about 30 or 40 seconds, but there are coins in other places. Oh yeah, there is actually a coin stack right there that I did not actually know about, so that is a nice backup if you don't have enough coins. If you're only short like 10. Almost buys the heart again. That can be kind of brutal if you accidentally buy that, because that would be a big time loss. So he buys the shop moon, losing about 20 seconds from realizing he didn't have enough coins, just too late, but of course that is fine. So now he's going to be jumping on this hot dog stand or whatever it is. Could be anything, but I like to call it a hot dog stand. And grabbing this moon in the chest up here. So now he's going over to this hallway, going to do a nice cap cancel on the roll there to get a nice turn, not losing any speed. And grabbing this moon in the snow. So now, this is why Snow is so long for having only 10 moons. He's going to be... Oh, actually bonks there, but that is pretty common since those hills are weird. But this is why Snow is long, because you have to go in these rooms in order to get a lot of your moons in this kingdom, which can take a long time. The first room is a nice wind room. I believe it's called the Gusty Barrier, because there are 4 barriers. We only go in 3 of the rooms, and we only uncover 2 of the barriers, since there are 1 secret moon and 1 regular moon here. Although I believe that there is a 3rd moon once you uncover the moon rock or beat the snowball race. I'm not sure. So he finishes up the windy barrier with a fairly nice room. Not too many mistakes. So now the next one I believe is called the Icy Barrier. There's the Gusty Barrier where there's all the poison. The Icy Barrier with a Goomba moon. In order to get the secret moon here, you're gonna have to stack up 4 Goombas. And then there is a room where you actually fight Rango, of course. That is extremely slow. We do go into that room, but only to get the secret moon. And then there is a 4th room, which we did originally do at the very start of Odyssey running, as I mentioned earlier, and we skipped Captain Toad Moon. which has 5 moon shards. And actually messes up getting the Goombas up there a bit. They just kept slipping off of that icicle. So he grabs this nice moon, blocked by ice wall there. And he's going to be doing a long jump, cap bounce, cap throw dive here in order to get the second barrier moon. And now for his final moon, we're going to be going into the Ringo room and getting the secret moon. And then we're going to warp back to the Odyssey to close out an okay Snow Kingdom. Had a big mistake, but other than that, it was pretty fine. Gets the weird pipe entrance where you instantly go down from a long jump. Pretty weird. Don't really know why it happens. I'm sure someone does. And now he's going to be going into the Snowy Barrier, I believe it's called, in order to get this nice moon uncovered by, or covered by this line of snow. And now he's going to be warping back to the Odyssey. Next up is Seaside Kingdom, which is the second water kingdom, although it has a lot of sand too. So it's kind of like a mix of lake and sand kingdom in a way. Although Seaside Kingdom is actually one of the bigger kingdoms, like in the 100% run. It does have a lot of moons, although we only need to collect 10 here, and a lot of them are pretty fast, so it's a fairly short kingdom. Going to be starting out Seaside Kingdom right here with a nice strat here. Ooh, missed it there. Didn't quite have enough height. But normally you're supposed to get that with one of the Gushions in Seaside Kingdom, but if you do a fairly simple jump there with the cap bounce and the backflip, you can get up there without the Gushion. And now he quickly grabs a rumble under the seaside or sand or whatever it's called, which is of course just like the one in Sand Kingdom. And he's going to be grabbing another moon, which you're supposed to get with the Gushion. Ooh, grabs it very nice, doesn't even need the wall kick there. And now he's going to be exiting and grabbing some notes here. Does a nice roll there to clear over the water without losing any speed. And then he's going to be grabbing the Bellflower here in order to grab all these notes. The window for those is actually fairly small, so if you miss one of the notes there, then you're going to have to go back and activate them again. So now he's going to be activating the water section, the water portion, or starting the water portion of the Seaside Kingdom, which is where the very fast moons are. So he's going to be dashing over there with the Gushion and grabbing a Cheep right here in order to grab 6 more moons, which are all pretty close to each other. First one is a chest moon, and then the second one is in the middle of the secret pathway, which I mentioned earlier, which you would go to this kingdom first to get, I believe, 38 coins in this secret pathway in order to have enough for the shock moon in snow. Although he did go to snow first, so we did not need to worry about that. In the old sand route, we would actually not go to Sphinx, which would in turn mean we always go to Seaside first, because we will never have enough coins since we don't go to Sphinx unless we really go out of our way. So we would always go to Seaside first here. But of course, with the discovery of Sphinx Clip, it became faster to do snow first, since going to Sphinx was about 10 seconds faster than before. So he grabs all those moons. Didn't really need to explain those. They're all fairly simple. Now he's going to be warping back to the Odyssey with a pretty nice seaside. And now he's going to be heading to the next kingdom, which is Luncheon Kingdom, which is the second biggest kingdom in terms of moons needed. As I mentioned earlier, you need 18 in order to go to the next one. And Luncheon Kingdom can be a fairly difficult kingdom. I believe he's going to be going for a strat known as Turnip Flip, which was actually patched in 1.2. One of the 2 80% tricks that was patched along with Sphinx Clip. And starting out this Luncheon Kingdom is going to be getting a moon called Piled on the Salt, which involves a fairly precise ground pound jump. Although once you get it down, it's not too bad. It's all about having the height. So he's going to be attempting it right now, after skipping this cutscene, of course. Knocks over one of the weird beans. Actually does it very fast there, very nice. Piled on the Salt Moon. Grabbing the nice cyan-colored moon. They look very nice, actually. Probably the nicest looking moons in the whole game are the Luncheon ones. Now he's going to be grabbing one in a small alcove here. And then he's going to go up and fight Spewart for the second time. Which I believe is the 3rd brutal fight we have here, not counting the Madam Brood and Cascade. Although if we counted that, I believe it would be 5th. Spewart is the 1 out of 2 brutals you fight twice in the 80% run. Oh, actually misses the brutal fight strat there. Hopefully he doesn't die, although he grabs the heart there, so he probably won't. So I believe he has to wait there for Spewart to do his attack. Normally he'd do that casually, but that's what we usually skip there. So as I was saying, Spewart is one of the 2 brutals that you fight twice. Normally you'd fight them all twice, I believe. Not counting the Robo Brood fight, if you count that as fighting them again. Or not counting the Dark Side, which is post-game. You normally fight them all. You fight Topper in Bowser Kingdom and Cap Kingdom, which is the 2nd brutal we fight both times. Since the Bowser fight is actually unskippable, I believe. Same with Cap. And then, of course, the Spewart ones are skippable. You can do the 80% run without them, although it's slower. And if you don't do the Spewart Moon here, it actually doesn't open up the Cheese Rocks Moon, also known as the Turnip Skip Moon, if you do that skip. And in that case, it does not open the Meat Moon, which is 3 moons, and they're very fast, so that would be very slow. So he does a nice jump there to get up to the rocks here. The rocks look very nice and colorful, and polygonal, or polygonal, however you want to say it. And now he breaks a box to get the 6th moon here in this kingdom. And then he's going to be throwing a golden turnip, picking it from the middle spot there into a pot to grab his 7th moon. Anyway, as I was saying before, you do fight all the brutals twice in a regular casual playthrough. Although for Harriet, we skipped the one in Sand, as it's pretty slow to go fight her there. And for Rango, we skipped the one, as I mentioned earlier, in Snow Kingdom, since that one is very slow. Oh, actually gets hit by the Pepto-Bismol here. Of course, I believe it's probably supposed to be boiling hot soup, but it does look like Pepto-Bismol, so... And then you fight Madam Brood once in the Moon Cave, although with the trick known as Moon Skip, we skip that entirely, so you don't need to do that. And now, actually misses the spin pound there. Now he's going to be doing the Fork Room, which I believe is a few seconds faster, but it requires a relatively, somewhat difficult, at least, jump. Oh, misses the up throw there, but gets it there to back it up. But the Fork Room is, almost dies there, but manages not to, so that's fine. The Fork Room is about 3 seconds faster, I believe, if you do it very well. Faster than the Fireball Room. which is the room that a lot of people still do. It's easier to die, of course, in the fireball room, but he actually he gets the both fireball jumps there. Very nice looking. And now he's going to be grabbing a turnip, I believe, right here, and going for Turnip Flip, which can be a relatively hard skip if you don't know where to go. I think probably the hardest part is that triple jump there. I still don't really know how to do it because I never really looked into it. But now he's going to be grabbing a hammer bro here to clip into this this cage. Normally you'd break clips out there. Normally you would break a bunch of cheese in order to open up that case, but it's about 10 seconds slower, I believe, because you have to wait for a nice opening cutscene, and breaking off the cheese is pretty slow. It's also RNG, so no one likes that. So now it's opening up the third section of Luncheon Kingdom after both story moons. Shoutouts to that frying pan in the back. It was frozen in space and time for a moment. So now he's grabbing this torch moon. Normally I would go to the fireball room now since I'm really bad at the fork room, but he already did the fork room, so he's now going to be doing a triple jump over here in order to get his 17th moon, which leaves 3 left, which of course we will be using the meat to get the cockatiel, I believe it's called, to come over here and get the last 3.